Hi, students. This is a video just to show you how to navigate our class in Canvas. Different instructors organize their courses in different ways, and I just want to make sure you understand how to navigate our course. So when you first open up the class, you'll come to the home page, and this is what it will look like. There'll be links there to the welcome letter, to the welcome video, which was the video inside the welcome letter that I sent you a couple days ago. And then there'll be a link to this video if at any point you need to kind of refresh your memory about course navigation in this class. There's also a link to the modules page or section, which is where most of the work you do in the class will be. And I'll show you that in a minute. The most important thing you need to know about modules this week is that in the first week of this class, you need to do two modules, weeks 0 and weeks 1. Week 0 is sort of a orientation module. And then week 1 is when we really get into the course content. So this week you're doing two modules, 2 weeks of modules, but after this week, you'll just be doing one module per week. Then at the bottom of the homepage, there's just a lot of information about me, my email address, my office location and phone number. I would not really recommend that you call me on my office phone number because I'm only in my office 2 or 3 days a week. So it's better if you need to reach me to email me at my email address, or also over on the left here where it says inbox. You're more likely to get a quicker response. My office hours are listed here, as well as the link to my online office hours. I am going to do some in person on Mondays and Wednesdays, but I'll also be available over Zoom at that time. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I have Zoom only office hours. And probably the thing students most often have trouble finding on our Canvas page is my Zoom link, but it's right here at the bottom of the homepage. It'll be in a few other places as well, like the syllabus and in other places, but you can always find it by just clicking on home over here on the left and scrolling down, and it's right here. Also, another really important thing that's on the homepage is the 24/7 helpline for Canvas. So if you're ever having any issues with Canvas, day or night, 7 days a week, you can call this number. You can also call information technology on the Glendale campus during the week, during weekdays. They're also often very helpful, but you can always call that 24/7 number. So that's the stuff that's on the homepage, and you can always get back to it by clicking home up here on the left. Most of the work in our class will be on the modules page, so you can find it over here on the left, modules. And you just click on that, and that will take you to modules. This video will be at the top for quite a while in case you need to double check it for any reason. Another thing that will be on the top is the PowerPoint slides for our class. So for all the different units, I will make little PowerPoint or Google slide presentations, and you'll be able to see those in the videos. I give you some sort of video lectures on the Enlightenment, Romanticism, post-war art and thought, and Buddhism, Buddhist art and thought, which are different units we're going to have in this class. And sometimes students find it helpful to just look at those slides separate from looking at the videos or watching the videos. So they're up here at the top for any time you need them. They're also really helpful, I think, when you're working on essays for this class. It can be really helpful to refer to them to kind of refresh your memory about what you learned about in that unit. Okay, so you're going to start right where it says start our class here. And in every module for this class, the key is basically to just work top to bottom. So the first page of every module is what are we learning about this week page, where it gives the learning objectives for this class. So you can see those here. And then you could just click on next in the bottom right to the second page of the module, which is super important, which is what are we doing this week? I know that Canvas has an automatic to-do list that shows up, but in my class, I strongly, strongly recommend you not rely solely on the Canvas to-do list. The to-do list I would rely on most fully in my class is this one, the one that says, what are we doing this week in Humanities 105? This is where I list everything you should do in a given week. So I know students sometimes say, the hardest thing about an online class is keeping track of everything you're supposed to be doing. That is why I made the what are we doing this week page. That's kind of your Bible for this class. That's your checklist. That's the real checklist that will really cover everything you need to do in a given week. As the student orientation, Canvas student orientation video says, the Canvas checklist that appears only shows you things that have due dates, but there are many, many important things you need to do that do not have specific due dates. So that's week 0. It has a lot of orientation information. And then you'll continue on this week to week 1. And again, there's a learning objectives page. What are we learning about this week? And then a page, what are we doing this week? And you will see there what you need to focus on. And this week, there's a video for week 1. There's a video introduction to week 1. A bunch of videos to watch and a bunch of other things to do, which I'm sure you will see. One important thing I need to tell you, I'm going to try to go into student view here, that you need to know. I'm not sure if I have set this up correctly yet or not. Yeah. So when you go into modules for the first time, you will notice that some of your pages are ready to go. Their titles are in black and you can open them up easily, but some others down here will be grayed out. And when you click on them, nothing happens. And the reason for that is that you must go through these modules top to bottom, beginning to end. If you don't do that, the other pages will be locked. So that is because I don't want you to skip pages. There's sometimes a temptation. Sometimes students will want to just skip ahead to the assignments without reading the previous pages. And often then they don't have crucial information for doing those assignments. It's like just doing the assignments in any class without actually attending class. If you do that, you're likely to not really understand the assignment or understand the material that the assignment covers. So in order to unlock those grayed out pages, make sure you read all the pages before. And then once you have read all those pages, when you click next in the bottom right, that will unlock the grayed out pages. So that's the way to deal with the grayed out pages. Similarly, if you try to start the week 1 module without going through the week 0 module, you won't be able to do that. You have to have gone through the week 0 module to get to the week 1 module and be able to open those pages. So that's another really important thing to know. Generally speaking, the work in this class will be due on Wednesdays and Sundays. Occasionally there'll be work due on other days. And when that happens, I'll put out announcements and pronto messages reminding you. I did want to point out to you that anytime you're going to need to look at the syllabus this first week, you should read the syllabus and you're going to have a quiz on it. You can do that by just clicking on syllabus over here on the left. And you can read through that. So keep that in mind. And also, I want to point out that the syllabus is another place where you can find the Zoom link for my office hours. It's right here. You also should check announcements. Right now, there's just a welcome letter, but I will post announcements frequently, and you should stay on top of those because they are pretty important. And another place where you can always find my Zoom link, let me just double check that this is true, is on the bottom of the What Are We Doing This Week page. I usually have, down at the bottom, I repeat when my office hours are, and then the link for my for any Zoom meetings you have with me. So that's another place you can find that information. I think that might be everything important you need to know about how to navigate our course in Canvas. Please feel free to email me with any questions, and I look forward to getting to know you in this class. Take care.